Imagine a world without sleep. No beds, no nights, no dreams. What if, one day, humans simply stopped sleeping? Not by choice, but by a sudden, evolutionary leap. At first, it would feel like a superpower. The world would erupt in celebration. 24 hours of pure, uninterrupted productivity. Think about it. The economy would explode. Our global output could double, maybe even triple. Work shifts would become a relic of the past. Factories would hum without pause. Cities would glitter eternally, and the concept of closing time would vanish. We'd have time for everything we ever wanted to do. Learn a new language, master an instrument, read every book on our list. Time, our most precious commodity, would suddenly feel infinite. We'd have conquered the night, but as the initial euphoria fades, a subtle, creeping unease would set in. The night, once a sanctuary for rest and quiet contemplation, would lose its special meaning. It would just be more day, the gentle rhythm of life, the cycle of work and rest that has governed humanity for millennia, would be gone. There'd be no pause, no reset button. Our brains weren't built for this. Sleep is not a design flaw. It's a critical function. It's our biological maintenance period. During sleep, our brains consolidate memories, moving important information from short-term to long-term storage. It's how we learn. It's also when we process emotions. Sleep helps us regulate our feelings, keeping us balanced and resilient. It's like a mental and emotional reset every single day. Without this nightly reset, the cumulative stress would be immense. It wouldn't be a sudden breakdown, but a slow, silent erosion of our humanity. People would become chronically irritable. Patience would wear thin. Arguments would erupt over the smallest things. Our emotional fuses would get shorter and shorter until society itself felt like a tinderbox, ready to ignite. And what about creativity, the engine of innovation and art? Many of our greatest ideas come to us in those quiet moments just before sleep, or even within our dreams. The surreal, illogical nature of dreams allows our minds to make connections we'd never make when we're awake. Without sleep, we'd lose our dreams. And with them, we might lose a vital part of our imagination. The world would become ruthlessly efficient, a perfectly optimized machine, but it would also become cold, logical, and sterile. The vibrant colors of human culture might fade to grayscale. Our relationships would fundamentally change. The shared vulnerability of sleep, the quiet intimacy of the night, would disappear. When would we have our deepest conversations? When would we find moments of true, unguarded connection if the world is always on? Life would be a relentless stream of activity, with no quiet harbors to retreat to. We'd be constantly performing, constantly engaged, but perhaps more alone than ever before. But humans are nothing if not adaptable. Faced with this new reality, we would be forced to evolve our culture and our society. New rituals would emerge to fill the void left by sleep. Perhaps meditation would become a universal practice, not just for spiritual seekers, but as a mandatory mental health exercise. We might see the rise of silence centers in our city, soundproofed sanctuaries where people could go to escape the constant noise and stimulation. Society itself would have to restructure. The 24-hour day might be broken up not by light and dark, but by mandatory periods of conscious rest. Companies might have designated quiet rooms where employees are required to spend an hour or two just being, not working, not socializing, just existing in silence to allow their minds to decompress. Time would no longer be a shared, universal experience. Everyone might be on their own unique cycle of activity and rest, and maybe, just maybe, we'd find a new kind of beauty in this sleepless world. Perhaps we'd learn to appreciate stillness in a way we never did before. We might develop a deeper understanding of our own consciousness. Now that we have to actively manage it around the clock, we'd be forced to confront our own thoughts and emotions without the escape of sleep. This brings us to the core question. Was sleep ever a weakness, a biological inefficiency to be overcome? Or was it the very thing that made us human? That nightly surrender, that journey into the unconscious, might be the pause that gives life its meaning, its depth, and its poetry. If humans never needed sleep, we would gain an incredible amount of time. We'd become masters of efficiency. But what would we lose in the process? We might lose our dreams, our creativity, and maybe even a piece of our soul. We'd be awake forever. But would we truly be alive? What do you think? Is a world without sleep a utopia or a dystopia? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the what if, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.